Greetings, friends, family, and distinguished guests, and welcome to the table. This is Black Arrow, a sci-fi saga. I am your host and dungeon master, Connor Zeitlin. I have with me today and onward 4 player characters in the saga. My dear friends, Max Levington.
This is the cry for help.
John Fermin.
Another!
80 and Carter Foster.
Get trumped by the greatness of my bottle.
Okay. Fantastic. Last we left off, our characters were exploring Barbaria, doing their various tasks. Fermin Rosas and Vance Ordcloud number 2703 explored the clone city in Barbaria, talking with the Council of Clones, who accepted the 5 Vances, the 5 programmed Vances, into their society, and then made a deal with Fermin Rosas that they would back the Thunderhawks if he could get 90+% of the clone population to express interest in pursuing a path past the clone city on Barbaria. Additionally, Van Swordcloud and Zendif Pelt had a little bit of a tender moment before.
I kicked the bucket again.
Yeah, before the rest of the group catches back up. In the other half of the party, the more sinister dealings in Barbaria are exposed. The Merry Makers, a group of revanchists attempting to eradicate corporate control across the galaxy, and especially in Iberia, led by the one and only Magna Delvire, one of David Coney's old acquaintances, has sort of gathered David and Anzo together to get David a new AI counterpart, and to present Anzo to a faction of Legionnaires of Toro who are working with the Merrymakers. We currently find ourselves in a sterile laboratory room with David Coney locked into a surgery table and a plug about to be jammed into his brain. I need you to give me a constitution.
Oh no! Oh no! 15.
15?
Yeah,
okay. You feel an intense pressure in the back of your skull, and a draining feeling. As Magna says, you know this is just calibration sequence, and you feel sort of spiderweb cracks snake through your head. You tense. Sweat starts to bead around your forehead. This is immensely painful.
Yep.
Okay. Now begins the downloading process. I'm gonna need you to make a intelligence saving throw.
Carter's dumb.
No, he's not. His character's the smartest one here.
Yeah, but I like being me.
14.
Makes me feel better about
14
myself.
is a success. The DC for this would have been 15 had you failed the previous save, but you are good. Now comes the part of this where you feel a numbness spread through your skull. You feel like you're being drained of your mental energy, without even doing anything. You are being forced to think about everything and every mistake, every terrible experience you have had, every horrifying moment you relive in a matter of 20 seconds. And then it all goes to black. Now comes the save where you have to remember who you are and keep your individuality as a person.
Well, fuck. This will be interesting. What am I rolling for?
You are rolling a charisma saving throw. With advantage.
Oh, don't worry. I'll do fine. I just...
Go ahead and give me the
15
advantage.
plus 3, it's 18 on that. Or... yeah, 18 is much higher.
18.
Yeah.
Total?
Yeah.
You are floating in a void. Sort of uncharacteristically moving through a space that seems eerily familiar but not super powerful, not super owned. You come face to face with a person. You're not sure who it is exactly, but they look at you as though they're looking at an old friend. Hello.
Hello. I don't think we've met.
What do you mean?
I don't remember you.
Come on, David Coney. Remember. This form sort of shifts back and forth. Another form comes up. Blue and orange coat. Saber at his side. He stares at you directly. What does he say?
David Coney, there's still time to make a positive change.
This figure shifts again. There's a number of figures sort of now kaleidoscoping out, but then they all sort of come back into one, and there's this dusty sort of outlaw pirate-looking guy with a sharp angular features and a spotty little beard, 2 guns holstered, a big one over his shoulder. What does he say?
So, I was wondering if you could, get me one of those, season passes to New Cancun, if you have to.
That is so accurate. There we go.
It shifts one more time. It shifts another time to this figure of a woman wearing sort of hodgepodge battle armor, really chromatic colors, purple, yellow, green, neon green. Her fist flies towards your face and hits you in the nose really hard. And then you hear her turn around and scream, "Vince!" Her form disappears and is replaced by a tall, broad-shouldered man in silver titanium battle armor with a helmet that retracts back, revealing a weird, shifty, scarred face. What does he say?
Come back, Coney. I can't bring back the dead, not completely.
Remember, Coney. Come on. Come back to us. Give me that charisma saving throw one last time. You have the help action on this?
You're welcome, buddy.
Psychological help.
You better make some positive change after this, though.
Go ahead.
Ooh, 20.
Dirty or natural?
Dirty.
You instantly become aware of your surroundings. You're strapped onto this desk. You're strapped down to this table. A number of people are moving around. You hear Magna Delvere's voice across the room go, "Well, he's gone." Hanzo, you're in the room with him. He failed.
Just like that?
Yeah, no, we've deleted his consciousness. It's a shame. He was a very smart guy.
My hands slowly drift toward my sword. I'm like, intentionally deleted his consciousness?
No. It was a risk he understood.
I'd like to go over to Coney. Is he just unconscious?
His eyes are now open.
Hey, Coney. Where's that irritatingly confident man? Where do you go?
What do you mean by did he delete me? Am I supposed to...
Well, that's what he thinks happened, because you're...
Am I vengeful? Howdy!
God damn it!
You bastard! You're here!
Of course I am. What do you expect?
I thought we lost you.
Really? Why is that?
You were out for 20 minutes.
That's not that bad. Last time was what? 10?
After we completed you were out for 20 minutes. You were dead for 20 minutes. Brain dead for 20 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, I was talking to Mateo about, bringing you back as one of these guys. And...
a kind offer, but my answer is no.
if you ever die, I can change that outcome.
If I die, don't bring me back.
Oh, okay. You'd be an excellent legionnaire.
He's a little too proud for that. And very soon, you won't be dying. You'll live on past death, like I will.
I can see your cloak. Yes.
You see he pulls a very small little drive out of the computer and says, "Welcome back to godhood."
And I take it, I look at it, and, kind of, roll perception just to see its features.
You sort of...
That's an investigation.
It'd be an investigation.
Surely.
Well, I do. Whoa, no! Come on, man.
What is
I'm
that?
rolling terribly.
You gotta have advantage on this. You know what you're looking at.
That's better. 17.
17?
Yeah.
You're looking at this. It seems particularly sleek, new design. It's a little card. You can use it. You can plug it into a cortex big enough, or a cortex powerful enough to project it, and it becomes its own self-sustaining mind. But it is just a carbon copy of your consciousness.
Yeah.
What Junior started out as, Magnus consciousness, AI consciousness. Really, he hasn't given it the freedom to grow as an individual like you gave Junior.
Yep.
But this is what this is.
Very nice. All right. And what did I do with it last time to sort of get it set up?
You plugged it into a cortex, into a little homunculus, and it...
All right. I'll do that then. I'm gonna use, of course, my nailbot to make my little homunculus service guy. Unplug Junior, because he's still probably in there, just broken.
Yeah.
I'll pocket that for now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll put the new one in, and I don't know what I'm gonna call this guy. So we'll see.
Oh,
Junior.
Junior's chip is actually plugged into the cortex in the spire.
Oh, I see.
So
Junior's all the way back there. All
yeah.
right.
Yeah, because there was a whole discussion about how Junior really did not want a physical body.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you sort of have to. So you just create a cortex out of nanobots, and it sort of takes all of your nanobots to create this complex of a structure of a computer. You plug this back in, sort of homunculus floats into the air just slightly, now mostly cortex, and turns to look at you. We cut to the rest of you, the other group, walking down the streets of Barbaria, coming up into this sort of plaza area where now there seems to be a little bit more commotion than before. Some street performers have gathered a little bit more attention. There's some non-clone individuals there. Some pirates have just pulled in a big plunder. There's some there's a garage sale going on out of the back of this guy's ship. Sort of big glasses, soot-stained face, crazy wild hair guy with a table sort of set up. His first mate, just immensely tall, shirtless, just buff dude. And they're just standing there. They've got a bunch of stuff gathered, and people are sort of gathered around. There's street performers on the other side of the plaza. People are bustling about.
What was the guy's name with the beard again?
He's got a weird angular he's got a weird angular almost this isn't aerodynamic at all, but it's sort of a sea urchin looking spaceship. With sort of gravity.
Oh, I meant the counselor who came with us.
Reggie Coolman.
Reggie Coolman. Yeah, Reggie.
Okay, I'm sure I've met Reggie's.
You've seen a couple.
Yeah, but I know that they're Reggie's.
Yeah.
Okay. So I suppose I turn to him and say, Reggie, do you think there's a good spot to address a crowd here? I'm not so familiar with this neighborhood.
Well, this is the center polis of this city. So yeah, this will be where you're going to attract the most attention. Although, not sure even someone as outspoken as yourself is going to direct all of this attention to you.
Is there some kind of roof we could stand on? Some platform?
Well, I mean, you can go towards the center of the plaza, and there's he sort of points. You could stand up there by the statue.
Sounds perfect. Who's the statue of?
The statue's not of anyone. It's a statue of all of the ship's the ship that this plaza is made out of. All of its internal computers are just sort of thrown into a big pile and welded together into a weird sculpture.
Cool. All right. I suppose
A
Fermin.
little bit of world building, just.
Before Fermin goes over there, he turns to his uncle Louise and says, "Uncle, I appreciate your standing by me despite our disagreement, but on this matter, you will stay out of my business."
That was harsh.
I apologize, Uncle. This is a Thunderhawks mission. I cannot have it disrupted on account of... I already really shouldn't be bringing you around. If my captain found out, I'm sure she would be upset. But I just cannot have you interrupting the speech. I hope you understand.
I hope it goes well.
You may not agree with everything I say.
Very well then.
Okay. I go to pat him on the shoulder, but then end up leaning in for a hug.
He hugs you back really tightly. You see he drops his cane in order to do so. His cane, which is like this incredible cyber weapon that
Sure.
he drops and really tightly embraces you. Good luck, my boy. He gives you a bardic inspiration of a d12.
Oh, big. Okay. Great. Okay. I kind of nod and kind of grab the back. I don't know about grab, but I like kind of put my arm around the back of Vance and kind of walk him over to the fountain with me.
Vance, are you expecting this?
I'm not gonna fight it, but I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going over here now.
I think it's important to have you by my side. I don't know too much about this community, but they may not be so open to outsiders.
I agree. If you say something stupid, it'll be a good idea for me to put,
I don't say stupid things, but I appreciate it.
Sure.
As I'm walking towards the fountain, I kind of produce from my coat, it looked like a little button on the inside, but is in fact an extremely loud microphone.
Megaphone.
Yes.
Yeah, megaphone.
Well, you speak into it and it makes it's like a microphone and a speaker.
Yeah, it's a megaphone.
A stupid. Okay, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry.
Yeah, it's this goddamn chair. Oh my god, camera, are you catching this? The fucking spirits are after me. Okay, I am walking over there. Kind of tap on the microphone and does that like ringing thing. But it's like really loud. And then it goes, boo, and everyone's like, oh!
The entire plaza is, and Reggie goes, oh, so that's how you're going to get their attention. Okay. Off to a great start.
Okay. Okay, how do I want to start this in a way that isn't my speech?
Introduce yourself, get their attention.
Hello, clones of Barbaria. I am Fermin Rosas.
Bustling continues. Everybody's like,
No one's
fucking
paying
asshole.
attention?
Jesus Christ, who did that?
Do a little tap your microphone thing. Is this thing on?
Hey, is this thing on, guys? I'm Jerry
Yes.
Seinfeld.
Yes, it's on. Jesus.
Again, I'm Fermin Rosas. I hail from Thunderhawks. You
Yeah,
know?
okay, get over with it. What do you want to say?
Fermin realizes this isn't a very workable crowd so far.
A bunch of people. You see the guy who's doing his tag sale goes, hey, what's going on? What are you doing over there? You want me to send my boy after you? The guy goes,
Vance sort of clears their throat.
May
I?
Fermin kind of goes, yeah, of course. Do not drop it, I swear to God. It's going to make the loudest noise if you drop it.
People of... whatever we call this clone city. I don't think we ever thought of a name for that, but yeah, we'll figure... Yeah.
you're right, we never did.
Yeah, I know we didn't.
You see Vance walks by, hey, brother.
Hey, brother, what's poppin', Hambone?
What's Bobby Dambone?
Common clone saying.
I know that you all want to go about your day here, but I urge you to listen to my good associate here, Fermin Rosas. As pompous and occasionally arrogant and sometimes very overly optimistic, and he doesn't like Walmart food for some reason, but it's a separate master.
The bastard!
That's what I told him! Communist
Trying
bastard.
to get some support.
Also somewhat communist, but that's a separate matter. This man Fermin Rosas,
Hey, we're pirates, man. We don't care.
he is genuinely the smartest man I have met in my life. He is a brilliant politician, a good mind, and to the best of my knowledge, he wishes good by our people. I urge you, as a fellow clone, to listen to what he has to say. I introduce you to my good friend, Fermin Rosas.
He takes a micro back, kind of wipes a little tear from his eye.
You see, Zandy goes, okay.
He's gonna drop a rap track, you know. He's like,
Yo, clones!
Yo, look, listen to me. I gotta.
I'm Fermin Rosas. I'm here with some
T.
tea. If
got
you
it.
want to be free, you better listen to me.
There's some policies that I'd like you to see.
what's up, clone? CG.
What's up, fellow kids?
I'm Fermin Rosas, and I have to say, I'm advocating for clone rights in a major way.
Okay, so Fermin kind of the crowd has kind of gone quiet a little bit.
Certainly, attention seems to be turned towards you. The pirate who's selling his wares has been told by a number of clones who are about to buy from him to shut the up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is Fermin's cup of tea. He's got a captive audience. He adjusts his jacket, gives a little rub for a look, and begins his speech. Hark, clones of Barbaria. I am Fermin Rosas, an operative of the Thunderhawks, an organization dedicated to fighting oppression throughout the galaxy. I have come to you today to help you towards freedom. Now, you might be thinking, this Fermin Rosas does not know what he's talking about, for we are already free. But this is not freedom. A free person could travel throughout the galaxy without fear for their life. A free person could live a normal existence in a normal city without looking behind them to check for enemies in the dark. A free person could be looked upon by their fellow Iberian and be called an equal. This sanctuary you have built, it is remarkable. It shows tenacity, it shows courage, but it is not freedom. Taste freedom with me, clones of Barbaria, and you will never look back. To be free is to be equal, and to be equal is to be free. With this in mind, your oppressors are twofold. The first, of course, is the corporate triopoly of Caliphate Studios, Knights Templar, and Modern United Mining. These companies treat you as cattle to be bred, traded, and ordered. In my investigations into these corporations on my operation, I've witnessed their next steps in their cloning initiatives, robbing you of your minds and wills to live as nothing but obedient slaves to their commands. Their evil knows no bounds, but let it not distract you from your second oppressor, the Iberian monarchy, who licenses and enforces the servitude of your people. While you suffered, they did not turn a blind eye. They stared and they smiled. They have left you behind. The monarchy views you as objects, goods to aid the flow of their beloved economy. But when I look at you, I do not see objects. I see humans who fight and cry and love, just the same as any others. I see Iberians, not only equal to any fellow citizen, but equal to the king himself. And clones of Barbaria, I see a future, an Iberia where all are equal, clones and originals, lords and commoners alike, a republic of Iberia. Hereby, I pledge myself to fight. I pledge myself to fight for equal rights for clones and the end of ownership thereof, for the seizing of the means of clone reproduction, so your people may thrive into the future, for the shattering of the corporate triopoly that claims ownership over your kind, and for a government of Iberia elected by every and each of its people. I do not ask to lead you, only to fight alongside you. Will you take this pledge as I have? I warn you, the road will be hard. Many will perish, but what of your brothers, who still so cruelly languish in servitude? Fight for them. Fight for your people. Fight for yourself. Fight for your freedom. Clones of Barbaria, Will you stand with me and strike down your oppressors?
You see, everything is quiet for a moment, and I'd just like to sort of say, and this is, as a dungeon master, I want to make you roll. Because we're playing a game, right? But I feel like there's no real reason to here because that was not 20.
Yeah! That's what's popping him bone!
Long live the clones of Barbaria! Long live the Republic of Iberia!
You finish this speech, you look back towards Vance. How does Vance look at Fermin?
I give you a nod, but it's not like the yes nod that I generally do. It's an earnest, slow nod. It's a slow nod that I hope shows that I support and I am thankful for what you are doing.
I nod back and look towards my uncle.
Who's got an expression of puzzlement and pride. He looks at you. He sort of tightens his jacket, his Visigoth jacket, and somewhat seems slightly less comfortable in it.
I tighten mine myself and look towards Reggie.
He is jumping for joy as with the other clones. He claps you on the back. He says, "I've not been proven wrong yet. Not yet.
Well,
We will see.
We will see.
We will see. That was a good speech. Well done.
Thank you, Reggie.
Yeah, that was well done."
No, I mean, like
And,
exactly.
Yeah.
You, as David's sort of doing his work on the homunculus, you turn away and you're sort of staring into this wall. There's a number of legionnaires around you, and you hear their consciousness is swimming through the space that your mind occupies. Do you attempt to get into contact with any of them?
Just Mateo.
Just Mateo?
Just Mateo.
Just Mateo.
I hear their doubt, Mateo. I think they
That's
were.
a figment of your imagination.
I think they were.
Lonzo. Do you really think they doubt you?
Oh, I hear it. Don't you hear the?
I hear unanimous hope. But hope not given blindly. I don't see you as Anzo Rays anymore. I'm sure you sort of understand this
Somewhat.
now with being connected to everything. Yourself, me. We are one unit. But we're also separate from it in a way. It makes no sense. We can't comprehend it. You and I are now more together than we've ever been.
Yes. What is your end goal? Of course, we'll protect Ginningad.
We protect Ginningad, we protect the substance of our lives. And we endure. We endure the force of change. Against the countless eons and billions of years that pass, we, if done correctly, we will endure. And to your point, have you felt alone since I've connected you?
Oh, there are a lot of you guys. There's certainly many.
I'm gonna have to go back to Ginninga.
Right. Yeah, I don't really know much about this new form. I'm assuming I'll be able to communicate with you.
You will be able to.
Right.
And you'll be able to listen. You'll be able to listen in. You'll be able to find me. You'll be able to find any of us.
Okay. Yeah, I'll continue working towards our end goal of bringing.
It is hard for me to let you go on whatever quest you're currently going on. It's hard for me to take away from my vision. It's hard for me to forget my vision of what La Llama Elevada is supposed to do. Because it's a vision that was crafted by billions of us, and you have, although not...
You hold the vision of someone who stands on our planet and kills anyone who dare trespass. And I believe that's inefficient. And while I would be happy to do that, I've been the cause of too many deaths in my life, and I don't want to be the cause of more.
Oh. That's a shame. You're in the wrong line of work.
I don't think so. I mean, I've spent a lot of time with a rather brilliant diplomat. I would never say to his face. A rather brilliant diplomat of Fermin Rosas.
Oh, that idiot?
I wouldn't think so. Well, I thought so at first. He's rather pompous, isn't he? But he employs his words in a way that makes me believe that I don't need to slaughter everybody who disagrees.
You hear the speech that we just all heard through a legionnaire hiding in the shadows. Mateo takes a second to listen to it as well.
Do I get to hear it?
You are currently plugging
Butt-ass naked.
to,
You probably would be butt-ass naked.
You will certainly hear about it. Your character will certainly hear about it. Don't worry.
He's making change, Mateo. I can do that.
That is our purpose. Keeping change constant is hypocritical, but
Mateo, I thought you'd be happy with just a stagnant existence. Are you suggesting you want more of...
suggesting I want anything. I'm suggesting that we need everything. You know, you can't think in terms of I and you anymore.
Is your end goal Ginningat, or is your end goal our galaxy? Because Mateo, I still have too much humanity to give that up.
It is what Toro will decide of us.
I'll expose Caliphate.
Which will be the best thing for us, I now see.
We'll go from there. I'll expose Caliphate. Though, you know, this form is mildly inconvenient now that I think about it.
Why?
I'm glowing. I'm kind of magma-y, you know? I mean, just recently I was trying to do a little bit of sneaking, and
Your wounds heal as they are delivered to you.
Mateo, I don't...
You are a bodyguard. You are not meant to be in the shadows. You are meant to be there as a warding signal for anyone who wishes to do evil to us.
All right, well, I will...
You are to shine brighter than the star itself.
I'll have a conversation with this self-acclaimed god, and I will talk to them about how we can work towards bringing down Caliphate. Then we can get to this star business. But Mateo, I am not ready to be...
Anzo, tune into back to the plaza.
Okay.
What was that?
David Coney. You put the chip into the cortex. It hums to life, turns around to look at you. What does it sound like?
His name is Constantine. He's my fantastic digital butler. Yes, from my AI mind.
Hello. So it sort of lifts off the ground, turns to look at you. Hello.
Pleasure to meet you. Well, not really meeting you, but
Who am I?
you are Constantine. You are me.
Hello.
Hello. I'm David. You are Constantine.
Hello, David. I'm Constantine.
Yes.
It's good to see you.
Likewise. We'll get to know each other greatly over the next couple of days, I assume.
You were concentrating during my formatting process. You were concentrating on some battle tactics, I presume.
That is correct.
I have an intense knowledge of military strategy, and I have no clue where it is coming from. I am just overloaded with the thought of commanding units and wreaking havoc and death.
This is wonderful news, Constantine. Well,
Wonderful
let's see
indeed.
what you can do. Here, what's his name?
You had some blueprints in your mind when I was copied. Some ideas. You knew that your nanobots would be taken up in the creation of my new cortex.
Mm-hmm.
I am sorry for the loss of Junior, by the way.
Oh, no worries.
I hope I can be a fit replacement, although that is a hard term to use.
Hopefully you'll meet him one day.
I doubt it.
This guy's brutal. I love this guy.
It's
Magna, we need some material over here.
Oh no, David Coney, I'm enjoying this. Give me one moment. I want to see what Constantine come up with.
Oh, no, we need material for his creations.
Oh, okay. I will. Whatever you need, my workshop is open for you.
Fantastic.
Cut to an intense, Iron Man building mantra.
Hey, to meet my new best friend, Constantine. Do-do-do-do-do.
David Coney built this in a pirate workshop with scrap.
You just go nuts, Constantine. Oh yes, and you must equip this one with a string. What's that thing you have in your pocket there? A weird glowing orb.
Oh, this thing?
Yes.
I remember seeing it with a couple of rapscallions, really true ruffians, as you might assume, and they breathe fire.
Oh, is that what that's for? Very well
Indeed.
then. Let's go ahead and put that in one of our new creations.
Fantastic idea, Constantine.
Mateo's gonna lose his
Constantine and I are now best friends.
Anzo, at this point, David has been building for a little while. You've been talking with Mateo. You hear this. You hear those things coming
Yeah.
from the plaza. The Legionnaire is killed.
Okay.
Zoe Mom.
What goes through Anzo's? What do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do?
What's the name of the gaudy person?
Magna.
Magna. Right. Magna. What is going on in the plaza right now?
I don't know what's going. Why would I know what's going on in the plaza?
God, you're a god and you see so little. All right,
Hey!
Coney,
Yes.
Fermin, and Vance are in trouble.
That's
The
usually the case.
No, they're in the Legionnaire. Watching the processions they were taking a part of has died, and my Legionnaires don't die easily.
Neither do they. And then all of a sudden, 8.
You see walking out from behind David Coney are 8 metal men, all equipped with a bunch of different weapons and crazy things. David Coney has this sort of headband that has... What color is the sort of processing light of these things?
I think... like a forest green, but like something of an off-putting forest green.
Not the forest green.
As he sort of turns towards you, these metal men stepping up behind him in a tight formation, a glowing, shifting nanotech orb that sort of vibrates as David Coney speaks, is sort of floating over his left or right shoulder.
He's my right hand man.
His right hand, his right shoulder. and these robots sort of step up into formation behind him. What do you say?
Constantine, introduce yourself.
Oh, hello there, Rays. My name is Constantine. I am David Cooney's new AI assistant.
You lost the band's clothes, so you made your own. Very David Coney. We have to go.
Oh yeah, and I want the robots to like all say in like an actual like super deep robotic voice. We are David Coney.
We are David Coney. Coney, why does that one have one of my orbs in it? Questions for later.
Yes.
Magna, how do we get out of here?
You need to go to Plaza de Plaza.
Yes.
All right, I'll bring a force. We'll meet whatever is going on there head on. Speaking of what's going on there, Fermin, Vance, you guys finish this speech. Everyone is celebrating. I'm going. What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 12,
12.
I think.
Okay. What's yours?
13, I believe. Let me double check.
So, you see, you guys are like sort of walking through the crowd. You notice, Zendif, is like going towards you with like an expression of like, hell yeah, that was awesome. And then all of a sudden, her expression goes to, and she starts pushing people aside. Goes towards you. Fermin, Vance, we need to go. Take cover, everyone. And the plaza starts to explode. A Knights Templar broadhead vessel slams into the side of the, slams into the massive warship, just to the left of the plaza, and with a crack opens up, and from balconies, Knights Templar shock troopers emerge,
How does Andy see it first? I thought they had a terrible insight.
She's a barbarian. She has danger sense. And three more of these vessels, very akin to the Black Arrow, slam into different parts of the plaza. Knights Templar troopers, some of them shock troopers, emerge. And out of one particularly large one comes this cybernetic man that stands maybe like 10 feet tall with strange cybernetic enhancements and weird slithering snake-like robots going through these sort of dark red robes, and he speaks out with a magnified voice that says, "Everyone, surrender at once. Ranzort number 2703, Fermin Rosas, surrender immediately. Await your demise."
Hey, camera.
That's
Look.
20.
Let's go.
Camera, I want you to look at this. Tell me this isn't cool.
Oh, and the opposite of that.
That was cool, wasn't
That was
it?
pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
That's pretty awesome.
That one?
That one?
Well,
9 total.
2.
You can't roll a nat 1 on initiative, so.
9
Yeah,
total.
don't worry about it. It was a good nat one.
I got a 15.
Okay, let me...
Why am I so bad with initiative?
So, if you guys don't mind sort of marking those numbers down, because we'll use those when combat actually starts.
Okay.
For now, you guys have time. Where do you go?
Fermin meets this threat head on. He calls out to the clones and says, "Clones, look at the ones who would oppress you and force you back into servitude. Stand up to them. Fight with me."
You see all the clones. There's a lot of confusion, a lot of things going on. I'm gonna need you to
I
make-
bring the microphone back up.
You bring the microphone back up. I'm gonna need you to make a contested intimidation check with this.
I'm going to add the Bardic Inspiration.
Yep, with this Technomancer here.
We are looking at a delicious... Oh, this guy's fucked. We are looking at a delicious... 34!
Wait, how are you rolling?
This guy's boned! It's over for this guy!
You see, you instantly sort of make eye contact with Vance, with Zendif. You make eye contact with the other pirates across the plaza. You make contact with Louise. They all look at you back with the same expression. We have to go.
To go?
He rolled a 34.
I rolled a 34.
You see Louise sort of slams into you. Fermin, this is important. These clones will clean this up. This is not that hard a force, but it is designed to kill you. We can meet this head on with the rest of the group, but you have to find them first before we engage in conflict. There is no way we are losing you to this. And you, Vance. We need to find Anzo and David, and then we can meet this threat head on.
Fermin does not like running away, but
Neither do
also
I.
You see all of the as you are having this harrowing conversation with the group that's sort of condensed, the group of you that have sort of condensed here. All of the clones. First of all, the crowd hides you. Secondly, they all rush, grab weapons, grab things, and start going to absolute town. These Knights Templar shock troopers are hard pressed to fight through this all, and this technomancer sort of
reinforcements send them now.
That's impressive.
Zendi looks at the guys. I will command this battle. I'll do it. I'll keep everyone alive for the most part. I'll keep the enemy occupied. Once you guys can get back here with the Black Arrow and really make a big splash. Vance, if this works out, I'm taking that one and you keep the Black Arrow.
Sounds like a plan to me.
But only if this works out. If you die, I'm taking the Black Arrow.
I mean, an extra incentive won't help.
You better not die.
Fermin
God.
does not like running away, but he recognizes in this moment that he's not running away. He's regrouping to come back to the battle. So he, in order to stay hidden in the crowd, kind of activates that button on the inside of his jacket, goes invisible, and begins to make way to where he knows he can find the other two.
Okay, so Anzo, you hear these explosions, you rally David Coney, you guys run as fast as you can to a little shuttle. Somebody runs up to Magna and goes,
Magna, I've hacked into the cameras, and Knights Templar is here, huh?
and he's like, well, let's show them how Crusaders really work.
So they're gonna die.
And you see, he just goes, he lifts his coat for a second and goes, tell them all. And he starts to speak, and you can't hear the sound coming out of his mouth, but you can hear the sound coming out of every speaker in this place. All hands, we have a corporate attack inbound. Let's kill them all. A rallying cry comes out from this part of the place. You guys rally the Merrymakers. Get into a bunch of shuttles, a bunch of like attack frigates with like troop carriers that have intense they're railguns. They're just massive railguns on top of them. One of the battle cruisers deploys from the inside of this and carries all of them. Just like, because you're going from like, this is Barbaria, right? The hangar is like down here, and like this is up here where all of this is going on. So it's just deploying the battle cruiser and bringing it up here.
I want to do a little bit of talking with Magna.
Sure.
Magna, mind if I buy one of these off of you?
I mean, we'll talk figures later, but at least 7 figures.
I can do that.
All right, let's go. I'm looking forward to a possible off-the-record interface with you, Coney.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna go to our little comm thing. There's our little like Discord group chat, and I'm gonna press the button. I'm like, hey Coney, you know I've said this one before. How about we all get to the goddamn ship?
Oh, don't worry. I'm already in a ship. We're not aiming for the truck.
Basically, you guys get into a bunch of attack vessels. Anzo, you get into comms with a bunch of the Legionnaires on board the battleship.
All right.
They all, you have from your little attack frigate, you peel around a spaceship, you see a giant Knights Templar battle cruiser out in orbit around Barbaria.
All right.
Barbaria-
How many legionnaires are ready to be deployed into space? How many of us are on cruisers or aircraft?
Well,
or spacecraft?
here's the thing, right? The best course of action that all of these people are thinking. You're all thinking this together. You guys aren't acting as a group of individuals. You're acting as one unit. And you guys all agree that it is beneficial to just kamikaze straight into this thing.
Legionnaires.
Understood.
Let's turn that into Swiss cheese.
Understood. You hear Magna go, listen to the man! A bunch of attack frigates all deploy from the main Merrymaker's battleship and just crash into the Knights Templar ship. All the guys around you, the sky lights up with fire. The space lights up with fire around you as this immense space battle begins. Yes.
I'm going to pick up my
Yeah.
BlackBerry.
Yep.
And type in the number of Captain Elena Holtz.
Instantly she comes up. Fermin, how's it going?
Captain Holtz, it's an emergency. Barbaria and the clones are under attack by Knights Templar.
Then there must be good reason. Why is this happening?
We have found some support amongst the clones, but it will mean nothing if this place is not saved.
Okay, what do you want me to do about it?
I don't know if you could figure out the coordinates for Barbaria, but if you
We
could...
certainly cannot. This is not something we can't just grab a Barbary pirate captain and force them to tell us.
It worked for us.
Hold on. You've spoken to Zandief Pelt.
And I would care not to ever again.
Zandief Pelt is commanding the defense of this settlement. If you ping her, I'm sure she will tell you the coordinates. There's no better diplomat than yourself.
If I can get her attention, she's probably in the middle of a battle.
Listen, we need backup.
I would love nothing more than to give you backup. What backup? Our militant wing is not deployed.
Could you mobilize it? Is there any
It's
support?
It's in NUSA.
How quick can it get here?
It will take days to travel all this whole distance. We can have it here before the king's mobilization of the forces, which is I intend to ask El Presidente for that.
You should probably... Okay, never mind. We should bring the militant wing here.
Fermin, I know that the clone support is important to you, but seriously, just stay alive.
Listen, get the militant wing here. They won't be in time for the end of the battle. But
Watch
I'm
out!
Sure.
Boom! You guys have to dodge out of the way of something. Give me a dexterity saving throw, both of you.
Count on your face.
Nat 20.
Nat 20, fantastic. You, in the reflection of your BlackBerry, you see a missile headed straight for you. You grab Vance and shout out to Alonzo as Elena Holtz gives you that notification. You dive to the side. You have advantage if you need it.
I would very much like that. Really help.
15 total, that's good. DC was 14, so you're all good.
Title.
You jump to the side. Vance, you do take 11 points of fire damage as your coat is burned, as your shields are burned.
We have had a long rest since our last game,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay, 'cause I never.
What if my BlackBerry is destroyed?
Yes, it is. I was about to say.
That's for the best because I think when I rolled my nat 1 and I wired the bombs to the phone, I may have also wired the engines to explode on a certain button. So if you tried calling someone, that would have been bad.
You have to drop the BlackBerry, and Elena Holtz does not respond as you roll to the ground.
Okay, let's get back to the Black Arrow.
Vance, check in with Anna. Make sure she's still alive.
You guys are tracing back to the Black Arrow with this attack frigate.
Yeah.
Magna contacts you. David Coney, where are you going?
Pick up additional forces.
Okay. Be back in time for all the fun.
It'll be a party, don't worry, Magna. Just like old times.
You guys land right next to the Black Arrow. This chunky attack frigate is nothing like the just insane, the just beautiful, sexy, perfect ship that is the Black Arrow. It's not. It's cool, but it's not like the Black Arrow.
It's something that like I like put on like the back of like the thing for like.
So like what these attack frigates are is they're spaceships, but then when they land, they become all-terrain land vehicles. So they sort of have this like spider-like walk.
I don't know. Buy one of these things. We'll put it on the Black Arrow. Nice extension, sort of like the guest house.
You guys are running up to the Black Arrow as the ship lands. You two exit. David Coney has a bunch of new robots, and Anzo has a bunch of
what are my Legionnaires saying?
Legionnaires behind him. The Legionnaires. You guys aren't even vocalizing. You're all just talking. You're all just going. We can make there in time for everything else that's going on. The battleship situation, we outnumber them.
Don't engage. Minimize casualties.
Barbaria's defenses will take care of the big ships. We just need to minimize the casualty. We just need to get rid of all of the forces that are on Barbaria's surface as soon as possible.
I can handle the Technomancer.
I understand that.
Yeah. So basically, just like don't throw any meat shields at the Technomancer. Keep the Legionnaires defending clones and minimizing structural casualties.
Very well.
So I want to keep. So I'm assuming we're going to land like next to the Black Arrow, right?
You land right next to the Black Arrow.
So I'm going to keep like control of this frigate, but I am going to go out, and what's going to happen is my droids are going to line up like I'm Darth Vader coming down the ramp, and then I'm going to be sitting there waiting for these two gentlemen to make it over here, just to talk with them and prep our strategy, that sort of thing.
Fantastic. You guys all gather together.
Engines are prepped, I suppose. I'm prepping engines right now.
Did you get Anna to do it?
Did you?
Anna to do it?
People kept talking.
I told her to go on.
People kept talking. Yes.
Anna goes.
I'm prepping the engines right now.
You jump into the pilot's seat. Anna was taking a nap. She looks at you. She goes, "Hey, Vance. Everything's all right? No, everything's not all right. Okay, go. I will get on the comms. What's going on?" She opens up the comms log, and like there's radio channels screaming everywhere. It's a war zone. She's like, "Okay. Oh wow, I was not supposed to be sleeping. Is everyone all right?"
Okay, I'm getting engines ready. As soon as I go, I'm gonna literally just go towards them, and we'll figure it out from there.
Yeah, you guys all get on board. You are all able to discuss as everything is being fired. Yeah. Matteo and Louise. Who else? Who are the other NPCs that you guys all have with you?
The 5 Vances are gone.
But they've been replaced by 8 robots.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Those guys.
Our crew grows. 8 more kidnappings for the counter.
Yeah.
I have a couple of Legionnaires with me, but they're not like.
Mm-hmm. I think those Legionnaires they get back into the attack frigate.
Yeah.
My best Vance.
All right. So I'm of course. Since we're inside, there's not space room. They're all gonna like coalesce on me again with
Yeah, they all sort of merge with you to create this epic suit of armor. You guys see David Coney, just like David Coney's a tall dude, right? Yeah. His feet is increased by like 3 feet.
Yeah,
he just becomes like
just did that so you could be taller than.
I didn't even make this choice. Connor's doing it.
I slowly look up at Coney. And I go,
like a Primarch from Warhammer 40K.
That's not. I don't like that.
You just gotta wear some high heels.
No, I'm just gonna.
Wait, 40K history?
I'm made out of getting that rock. I'm just gonna put more rock on myself. Bigger me.
So you guys all gather together. In the Black Arrow, you're getting ready. You're pulling the Black Arrow off the ground. Anna's helping you. You get into the seat next to Anna.
BlackBerry, impossible to find these days.
Anna goes, I'm sorry, did you break it?
Missile broke it.
Missile broke it?
It's a cool way to go, I must admit.
You should have seen the missile. David Coney, nice new little suit you got there. How's it going?
I'm doing well, thank you. I've been enlightened.
Oh, he's been enlightened, he says.
Alright, awesome. Anzo,
Coney
freaky new friends.
Coney is taller than me.
Coney's taller than you
I
now.
don't like this.
So what?
Yeah,
Let's go. We got work to do, right?
We have Legionnaires now, so we have support.
Okay, I'll get communication up with that attack frigate, right? Sounds good.
Yes, I have 100% communication with that attack frigate. Using any sort of comms would only slow them down.
Okay, sure, sounds good.
Go. Let's go.
She throws a sort of 3D model of the battle at you. Knights Templar is actively launching freighters full of troops down to Barbaria.
Can we intercept
Ground
those?
invasion. You can ram through a number of.
I was about to say that. May I pilot roll to go straight through a freighter?
You play Fruit Ninja with some freighters. I'm gonna need a piloting check from you. And then depending upon how good that piloting check is, a strength check from the Black Arrow.
Fermin is doing nothing.
Fermin,
He's got no job. He's got.
David Coney, you. What do you?
Nat 20.
Yes, sir.
No way. Okay. I was gonna say, how are you gonna help? How are you gonna?
He doesn't need my help.
But he doesn't need it.
I am Nat 20 with my plus 11 to piloting.
The rest of you.
God. Almost as good as my 34, bro.
The rest of you gather around the hold as Vance. What do you say?
I go straight through the largest freighter I can find. I'm Yondu's arrowing through this thing. So
yeah.
I know it's a pop culture reference. I don't care.
Yep.
Can we see the slaughter through the windows?
You guys are looking outside the windows. Because all of the windows are positioned behind the broadhead, you can see the inside of these freighters, and you see the people falling into space, and the gravitational forces of Barbaria sort of pulling them down into the planet behind you. The attack frigate sort of zooms in behind you, lands on top of one of the freighters, and with its vestigial legs crushes it. And then it like drops, and you are able to blow straight through that one as well. There is a space whale, a leisure vessel that is on the outside of Barbaria that has like a sort of screen that's presenting some sort of like pirate message or whatever. And it has a bunch of Knights Templar shock troopers on it. You just ram straight into it and, for lack of a better word, slice and dice through these guys. Their armor sort of sparks and shatters, and blood paints the walls of this place as you open up the space whale, board into it, and then survey the battlefield. And I'm gonna need everyone now to roll initiative. Okay, that's where we'll end this episode of Black Arrow.
All right.
Tune in next time as the heroes fight for the freedom of Barbaria.